I just think it's so beautiful when friends make friends' birthday cakes. Reason being, I'm a bit complicated. I'm a pescatarian.
So you want me to put some fish oil in it?
I try to stay away from milk and like dairy products and such. But let's see if that vein will learn how to make a vegan cake.
All right. You know, Tony, I'm anti-vegan.
We know this is no secret.
It's like
Yardman Podcast are the one. 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 The Yardman Podcast.
Yeah, man.
Tell about the Yardman Podcast. Yardman Podcast. Tell about the Yardman Podcast.
boom.
We are here.
Number one Jamaican podcast in Murcia, Spain.
Number one Jamaican podcast here in Europe.
The number one podcast in the world. In the next few weeks, I think.
In the next few weeks.
Before the World Cup, at least will be the number one podcast in Europe.
When is the World Cup again?
2026 in USA, Mexico, and Canada.
Wow.
So it's like
in 3 countries.
3 countries. The first World Cup that will be held in 3 countries, and then afterwards it's gonna be in Portugal and Spain.
Portugal and Spain?
Yes, but it's gonna start in South America for some reason. I don't know. I think FIFA is just trying to spread the love a bit.
The love has already been spread to all over the world. I don't think they need to spread it
No,
anymore.
they were spreading the money first. Now they're spreading the love. But
Yeah.
the good thing about the World Cup being in 3 countries is Jamaica has a better chance of qualifying because 3 countries in CONCACAF have automatic qualifying spots.
So we do have a better chance.
Much better, but
Yeah.
let's see if we can do it. I know Spain will definitely qualify. They're doing excellent at the Euros.
Yes. Right now. And I want to say a big up, a very big one, to the youngster, the 16-year-old. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man.
Lamine Yamal. Sometimes people call him Yamin Lamal.
Yeah, they mix up the name.
They make a mistake and they call him Yamin Lamal.
Bro, that man is pure talent.
Wow.
I'm saying a man because he plays like
He
he's
play
just
like a man.
He's 16 and he's taking tackles from 40-year-olds on the field.
And scoring goals.
You saw that goal?
Yeah, that goal put him into the history books of officially being the youngest player to score a goal in the Euro Cup.
And what a goal. That goal was crisp. It was a stunner. It was absolutely amazing. I would take that goal and just frame it. And just look at it. Just frame that goal and just look at it forever.
And big up to his mom and dad, honestly.
Yeah.
His mom is from Guinea and his dad is from Morocco.
You know how old his dad is?
No.
I don't know if this is factual, but I think his dad is like 32, 33. I don't know if that is true, but I heard that his dad is very young.
Well, when you do the math, that means that
the dad was also an early bloomer and a young striker. He was striking from young. He was striking
big up to Lamine Yamal. Big up.
Unfortunately, this episode will drop after the finals of the Euros. Hopefully, Spain would have won. I'm sorry for the English people, but I'm with Spain for this one. You know
why, David?
No. Firstly, Spain is my home. So that bias is there. They've been playing the better football. A little bit of controversy in the Germany game, but
a lot of controversy.
A little bit. You know. 5 years from now, no one will remember it. It'll be water under the bridge. But England has been playing the most boring football. No one wants to watch it.
From ever since, Davin. I've never seen an English team that has like caught my attention to be playing a top brand of football, so top of football that makes you want to watch the sport.
No.
Tune into an English game.
No. When Beckham and Michael Owen and Gerrard
and Paul Scholes and
those men were
Ferdinand
playing,
and Campbell, I still didn't watch them.
No, I would watch it because they pulled me into it. The thing is, it's not the players that I would say because all the players are top notch, elite players, some of the best players in the world.
So what is it then?
It's their people are probably gonna come at me, but it's definitely the coach, bro.
What was the name of the coach again?
Southgate.
Mr. Southgate. What's wrong with Mr. Southgate now?
He
Give
ju-
us a minute.
His tactics are just boring.
Is almost like the World Cup that Spain won with only scoring one goal in each game. Was it something like that?
That's
Very very tactical so that they can win.
no, bro. I wouldn't say that's the case.
Now what
It
is?
doesn't. It does. When you watch them play, even if you're a fan of football, you'd rather turn the TV off. You'd rather go on TikTok than watch the game.
No.
And
Why?
Because it's just boring football. They just pass the ball back the entire time. To this day, like I don't know how they got to the finals. They played 45 minutes so far. Please note I'm speaking before the finals or anyone that's gonna come at me in the comments. They played 45 minutes of good football.
Yeah.
And it was only in the semifinals against the Netherlands. The first 45 minutes, they looked like the team that we wanted England to be.
Yeah.
Another reason why, before I go on to that, Southgate is also their most successful coach in recent years, and his contract has been renewed to take them to the World Cup as well.
Well, put some respect on that man's name.
No, not me, because I would have fired
Put
him.
some respect
I
on
would
his
have
name.
fired him in the tunnel before the third game.
No,
I would have fired him in the tunnel. The halftime talk would be me telling him, pack your things, exit the stadium. And maybe they would put some fire in the players' step, bro. For me, football needs to be engaging, entertaining.
It's not about winning only.
Exactly. That's why people love watching Brazilians play so
Yeah,
much.
man, from the dawning of time, man.
You think Brazil could have a coach like Southgate down there not telling them?
And you know how their style of play actually started, with them being flary, moving a lot on the ball, doing a lot of antics and so.
No.
It was from back in the days when fouls were legal.
Oh,
Some fouls would be legal, like a 2-foot tackle would be legal.
you should watch the highlights of the 1991 Copa America finals, I think, against Argentina and Brazil.
Jesus
That was
Christ.
a bloodbath.
Massacre,
That's
may I
a
tell you.
bloodbath. That's literally
Take it serious.
Just kick it.
So for things like that, so instead of being kicked, they'd find a way to trick you, to deceive you, and then to move away with the ball.
Exactly.
Because they're dancey people and people of rhythm, they can do it very easily.
And that's the kind of football I like.
Yeah.
When I support a team, I like supporting the South American teams because they play flamboyant, fun
Yeah,
football.
man, make you want to watch football.
The
Make you want to sit down and watch a game.
The biggest struggle with football now is fans complaining that there's not enough goals in the game. And if you're going to play a game where you're not entertaining the fans, what's the point?
For me, there's never enough goals. I want to see 5-6 goals being scored between each team.
Exactly, but the game is not skewed towards that. It's more skewed to more conservative measures there.
And
Most
winning.
games are 2-1, 2-0, 1-0.
Yeah.
People want to see 3. You go to see goals. You pay, and it's expensive to go in these stadiums. You pay
Hey,
€100 for
my
a
brother.
ticket, and you don't see one goal. Imagine that.
No, the thing is, no. I've never been to a match here in Spain in one of these big stadiums. Oh, Murcia. I've been to Murcia games. I'm sorry, Murcia. Real Murcia. I've been to 3 Real Murcia games, right? And we've been to them together. You remember the time?
I've been to a few of them, and I've also
Yeah.
been to a Barcelona game. That one hurt my heart.
And the thing is now, if I were to pay for like a first division match versus, for example, a Madrid versus a Betis, or Madrid even versus, let's say, Villarreal,
Yeah.
when you hear these teams' names, you expect goals. Much less paying like €250 for a good ticket. I have to see some goals, or I'm leaving the stadium with something.
Bro, I have a story about that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember this game. It was the Euro Cup. I think it was the semi-finals, Barcelona versus Frankfurt in Barcelona. So
Yeah, man, remember.
so
hey,
one of my friends, he's German, right?
Oh,
And he
Yeah.
messages me and he's like, bro, how about we go to this game? Like, let's go to this game. Like, it's the first time, one of my best friends.
Yeah.
It's the first time our teams are playing against each other, and it's in Spain. Let's go to the game. And I'm like, all right, I'll buy the tickets right now. And we're like, okay. He's like, how are we going to do the tickets? I'm like, the team that loses, that person pays for both tickets. And I'm like, bro, it's Barcelona versus Frankfurt. That's not fair to you. And he looks at me, he says to me, I have that much faith in my team. And in myself, I'm like, this is easy money. This is easy
Well, guess
money.
who's coming to dinner?
Easy money, bro. So I bought the tickets. Guess how much the tickets were? 2 tickets. Shit seats as well.
Barcelona,
Frankfurt.
you're not paying no less than 210 euros per se.
It was either 240 or 260 for the 2 tickets. And I went, first time watching Barcelona live, you know, bro. And I used to live in Barcelona. I never went to a game when I was living there. Traveled all the way up to Barcelona to watch this game. My friend flew in from Germany.
Your friend fly from Germany. You went to meet him here from Murcia to Barcelona.
7 hours.
7 hours to go see them lose. Did you file a complaint, David?
I should have. It was
Here in Spain, the beautiful thing about Spain, there's something called una hoja de reclamación, where you can report people. You should have asked someone, David, and report them and leave it at the stadium.
Bro, the thing was so horrible. There were more Frankfurt fans in the stadium than Barcelona fans in Barcelona.
Why?
There was a ticketing error. So, you know, when you sell tickets to international games, international fans have a certain amount of tickets that they can buy, and the locals have a certain amount that they can buy as well. But what a lot of people were doing is buying a lot of tickets and selling them to the internationals, and then they were also using VPNs to buy the tickets in Spain. Because my friend couldn't buy the ticket as well. He couldn't buy the ticket as well because the system you had to have a Spanish card. You had to have a Spanish credit or debit card to buy the tickets.
That sucks.
No. That's quite common in Spain. A lot of businesses in Spain, you can't, for like certain services, you can't use an international credit or debit card.
So this now forces you to go to an agency to pay for the ticket for you.
Exactly.
So it gives Spain business. Listen, it works for the country.
Yeah.
But I think it's a little bit criminal to do that. I think that people should be able to choose. It's like when you go to another country to visit, right? You either go by yourself and you tour the country, or you pay for a guide and you tour the country. I think you should be given the option to choose.
Fair.
But people go with it. People don't have a problem with it.
No.
I do have a problem like because I'm not buying tickets anyway.
For instance, like your phone bill here.
Yeah.
If you're paying your phone bill or electricity bill here, you have to have a Spanish card or Spanish bank account for it to be taken from. You can't use an international one.
It makes sense.
So to me, it's kind of a tricky one when you have the EU trade laws and stuff, where you're coming from Germany and you can just relocate here and just become a resident here easily, but not being able to use your accounts here. So it's a bit of a tricky one for me, at least. But I ended up losing all that money. At least my friend paid for us to go in the club. Paid for me to go in the club afterwards because I was broke.
He had pity on you.
He had pity on myself. Big of myself, bro. Thank you so much.
Nice one.
Yeah, he bought the beers.
That's a real friend. He
bought the beers. He bought the beers while I was crying tears because it was a hot 3-1 as well. Hot 3-1.
My God.
All right. But thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you. Welcome again.
Yeah, we're not leaving. We just have a special guest.
Yes.
Musia's best kept secret.
Musia's
best kept secret. You know, I don't think I've met someone so in love with the Musian culture and the Musian way of life. Someone so fully integrated into the Musian culture, the language, the food, the customs, the clothing. No, you don't look like a Musian today. You don't look like, a little bit. She has a little bit of Musian on her. Also, she's making the appearance as being our first woman on the podcast.
Yeah, man. Big up to her. Big up.
First woman on the podcast. Trust me.
A milestone.
It's a milestone.
Yes.
As in the first woman on the podcast.
A milestone, yes.
Every day we get, every time, I'm shy to tell people that I have a podcast, especially a woman. I'm scared to tell women. I'm scared to tell women I have a podcast, bro. I'll tell the guys and they'll be like full support. Moment you tell a woman that you have a podcast,
you know,
you narcissistic, misogynistic pig, get away from me.
Because Davian, to be honest, I won't say this very long, but to be honest, that's usually the rhetoric when you have certain podcasts and a lot of men meeting up together. They feel his power, they feel his chink on their shoulder, they feel stronger.
That
And
red
they start to
pill
put
energy.
down the other ones who are there also, which is not good. I've seen it a lot and actually don't like it.
No.
I don't subscribe to it, this
No,
kind of thing either.
Those podcasts and those
So I
are the
understand
ones
their
that
fear.
those are the ones that get the most publicity because they say and do that shit just for clickbaits as well.
That too, yeah.
Like sometimes I hear them say that stuff on when I come across them on Instagram, I'm like, bro, do you really mean this? If you have a sister or a mother or have you talked to a woman in your life?
Yeah.
And the way they say it, there's so much conviction. Like you're like, wow.
But some of them only say in the metaverse, they don't say these things in real life to their families.
No, some of them, it's a total persona that they put on for it. But
yeah, man.
Introducing.
Without further ado,
yeah, man.
We'd like to introduce our guest on the Yardman podcast.
First woman in town. Her name is not Eve though.
No. What's her name, Davine?
It is Maggie.
Welcome, Maggie.
Welcome. Everything good? Perfection. Something far from you. I don't think your voice is going to travel. Okay, we can. No, because the mic needs to be like.
No, you're right. I'm just.
Do you want to hold the mic?
Can I?
What's better?
Yeah. This is heavy though.
I told you it was gonna be heavy. I told you it's gonna be heavy.
Fine, dude. No, I was joking.
You sure it is?
I have to hold it with two hands like an ice cream cone. Okay, I'll be casual. That's cool.
You're good. Yeah. We're keeping this in. We're keeping this in. All right, cool. All right, Maggie. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. We've been reaching out to a lot of women to come on the podcast, and a lot say yes, but the moment they hear that it's gonna also be a video podcast. Yeah, I don't want to be my face on the internet forever. If you do audio only, I'll be in it for the win. You got me. But you're here. What made you decide to say yes to coming on on the Yardman podcast? Two podcasts. Yeah, the Yardman podcast. Two Jamaicans living in Spain. What made you say yes when I asked you?
I don't know. Why not? I like to collect experiences. My goal in life is to lose that game, Never Have I Ever. And so, you know the name. And so it's like, somebody's like, I've never been on a podcast. And I'm like, okay.
That's a dangerous game to play.
Yeah. Dangerous but I'm like, yeah, sure. Why not? Let's try it. And,
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're going to start out playing a couple of games. First one is for you to... Rebus puzzles?
What?
Rebus puzzles? You know what Rebus puzzles are?
I don't think so.
It's like when you see a picture of something and you try to guess what it means, the picture of it.
Like a Rorschach test? Like the ink block one?
No. All right, let me show you an example.
Okay.
All right. All right. So for example.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what that is, but it's travel overseas. Yeah.
There you go. Travel overseas. So that's what it is. But I know you're a Harry Potter fan.
Oh, yes. I love Harry Potter.
I know you're a Harry Potter fan, and since you're a guest, I want you to feel comfortable, feel at home. So let's start off with Harry Potter ones.
Wait, are they about the movies or the books?
Both. They're both.
Okay.
No. They're both. I have easy to hard.
Okay.
Let's
do it.
All right. So the first one. What word would that spell?
Oh my God. Petty.
So you're seeing petty.
Petty.
And what is the petty doing?
Petty's getting bigger. Oh my God. Petty's growing? What?
Yeah, so.
Pettigrew. Peter Pettigrew.
Pettigrew.
Got it. Okay. Boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the second one.
AHT.
3 letters. Caps. for the audio listeners. And if you're audio listeners, while she's trying to
AHT
figure it out,
caps.
you can come to YouTube and hit the subscribe button.
Big.
So,
Sorting hat. Is that right?
yes, that's
Why?
right. That is because you're sorting hat.
Oh,
So
okay.
you get HAT. And,
Okay.
and the last one now. This one is a difficult one because I had to Google this one. I could not get this one because I'm not that much of a fan of Harry Potter. I like it and I've seen the movies, but I'm not in the culture. So what are you seeing? You're seeing. Sometimes it's best to just talk out.
It's a D in a box, but it's at the bottom of the box.
Yeah. And what color is it?
Green.
Okay. You think that has something to do with?
Well, yeah, because you're making me think that it does. Yeah. Green D. Grindylow. It's a Grindylow.
It's a Grindylow.
Yeah. That would have taken me a long time if you hadn't told me to think about the color, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's
So
a good one.
the color and all those things they play.
That is a hard one.
I left that one for the hard one, but we don't have all day.
I did Harry Potter. I ran the Harry Potter trivia, and the hardest part of that was for me was like thinking of only 25 questions connected to Harry Potter.
Wow. But next time you can put some Rebus puzzles in it. I like them.
Yeah.
I like Rebus puzzles. And the next thing is more on the Jamaican side of things, where if you could please read these Jamaican proverbs, these all have a meaning behind them as well. So you get to come away.
You teach me humility, not being able to pronounce these right. Is that what it's going to teach me? Okay.
Or a new language.
Chicken Mary, Hakte Nier? Nier? Does that say Nier? Nier. Chicken Mary, Hakte Nier?
Yeah. No. Say it louder. I can't hear that.
Chicken Mary, Hakte Nier?
Hakte Nier.
Hakte Nier?
What do you think it means?
Oh, I have no idea. Proverb. Can you give me a hint? Is it about chicken?
Chickens and ox. What would you say the relationship would be between them?
One's big and one's small?
No, what would an ox do to a chicken?
What would an ox do to a chicken?
Yeah.
I don't know. Step on it? I don't spend a lot of time around oxen.
So ox would be like a hawk.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying ox.
No.
I know it says hawk right here.
We don't pronounce H's. I don't pronounce H's for a lot of words.
Okay.
So the bird, the hawk.
Yeah, he wouldn't be mean to it, would he? Is he bully to chickens? Oh. Chicken.
Think of the food chain.
Yeah, but do hawks eat chicken?
Yes.
Their own kind?
Yes.
Oh,
Soup
no.
down.
Oh.
So essentially, it's like the chicken is merry, the hawk is near, right? So that when you're happy and unaware, danger can be lurking.
Yeah.
I think it's peace and safety. It can be a sudden destruction.
Exactly.
It's like ignorance is bliss, right?
Not really if a hawk is gonna eat you though.
It's just the first part.
Okay.
Ignorance is bliss, and then the next part
Then
is
hawks
you're not
eat you.
ignorant. Yeah.
All right. Next one. It's a bit harder.
Is that a C or an L?
Sorry, that's my bad writing.
Yeah.
That's a C.
Kakmout kill kak?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Wow. You know what? I've given these to a few friends and they didn't get them as easy as you. What do you think it means though?
Well, I don't know. Is it another animal thing? I mean,
Yes, but it's not exactly about the animal.
Yeah.
It's about the action.
The action. Cock mouth kill cock. Like think about.
Is it a cat and a mouse thing?
No, it's not a food chain thing. It's like a personal thing. Where a cock is another name for a rooster.
Yeah.
What does a rooster do?
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
So when they cock-a-doodle-doo, that means a rooster is very proud and boastful.
Uh-huh.
So it's like essentially saying don't be too boastful. It can lead to your own downfall.
Ah.
You know, like you don't know where the rooster is when the man is coming, but he cock-a-doodle-doos, and that's it. Now for the hard one.
Oh boy.
I hope you can understand my writing. If you can't, I have it here on my phone, so it'll be easier for you.
Okay. Every day,
Yeah.
devil help thief. One day, God, we help the watchman.
Okay, one more time.
Every day, devil help thief. One day, God, we help the watchman.
You're doing brilliant. That you know what? Me and Tony were here trying to read that. We couldn't. We could not read it ourselves. We were like, even when I was writing, I had to be checking the spellings.
Yeah.
But you got it. What do you think it means?
I think, is that devil? Is it something about the devil? Every day the devil helps himself, but one day God will help somebody else, or
the last word. What's the
watchman?
Teeth, the teeth and the,
he help. Every day the devil helps the teeth. What? I don't
the
get
thief.
that.
The
Thief. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thief. One day God will help the watchman. Okay. Yeah. Every day the devil helps the thief. One day the God will help the watchman.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah,
More
exactly.
Yeah?
Exactly.
Okay.
Every day the devil help the thief. One day God will help the watchman. As a Proverbs, what do you think it means, though?
I don't know, like evil's always there, but good is coming. Something like that.
You know what? I'll accept that. I'll accept that. Well done,
Okay.
Maggie. And she flew through these. She flew. If you come back on this, I need to up the game.
Ask her if she has a Jamaican friend.
Yeah. Do you know anyone in Jamaica?
No.
Have you ever been?
Stopped on a cruise one time. I don't know.
Where?
I honestly don't know. It was really just like
no?
a couple of hours. It was, I don't know. It was, I know we stopped there, but it was a couple hours and then we got back. I don't really count. I don't really like to count
So
that
it's
'cause I
like
don't feel like it was really like,
you
I didn't really get to like see much of it. And it was like the real, just like the pushing all the tourist stuff. And I was like, this is dumb. I would really like to.
Did you put your foot on the earth?
I did. Yeah.
You've been to Jamaica.
Yeah, but it's still like, I don't know.
Christopher Columbus went there and planted a flag, so you can put that foot there. You can put the foot there. You can put the foot there. You've been to Jamaica, but now you're living in Spain.
Yeah.
Living in the best province in Spain.
I agree. Yeah.
What has, according to Tony, what has trapped you? What has lured you?
What has helped you from leaving?
Yes. What has kept you firmly planted in the soil of Murcia?
I think the Murcianos, the people, are a perfect blend of like, okay, in the south of Spain, and because I've lived in the north and I've lived in the south, and I've traveled like all over Spain, and because I've lived here for 5 years now, but I did an exchange here when I was 18, and I've traveled around a lot. So, okay, in the south in Andalusia, people are really warm, but it's like amigo de fiesta, like just you can go out and you're gonna find people and they're gonna be like, hey, but you're not gonna find anybody who wants to like actually make set plans later, right?
Yeah.
In the north, they have a stereotype of being pretty cold, aloof, like standoffish. Once you can break into that, like break into their friends, they're great. But I think Murcia is like a perfect blend of both. Like I think it's really easy to just like go out on the street and like make friends and then those friends will also like hit you up later and be like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Or, or if you hit them up, they're not like, no, what? Okay. Why are you texting me? And so it's like the quality of friend that you can make in the north after some time, but quick, like you do in the south. And that's what I really like about Murciano people in general.
Not the food, not the.
I like the food too. That's just one thing. I like the food. Yeah. Okay. So I do like the food also. Yeah. I'm wearing marinera earrings, and marineras are the tapa. Are like the typical tapa in Murcia, and you can't get that anywhere else in Spain, and so you can't get marineras.
Explain to them what is a marinera.
A marinera is like, okay, so it's got this kind of a breadstick base, and then there's something called Russian salad, which is like a combination of egg, potato, and tuna salad, and a lot of mayonnaise.
A lot of mayonnaise.
I love mayonnaise. Oh my god, I love mayonnaise.
Maggie, don't be a stereotype.
I do. I do.
Don't be a stereotype.
I do.
Don't be a stereotype.
I can love mayonnaise and I can love other foods, but I do really like mayonnaise.
Don't be a stereotype, please.
Stereotypes come about for a reason. Sometimes they're true.
Okay.
Anyway, it's got a lot of mayonnaise in it, and then it hasn't. But the thing, so that Russian salad is all over Spain. But the thing that makes a marinara unique to Murcia is they put an anchovy on top, and that's a marinara. Marinero is with the white anchovy, or like a boqueron. It's a vinegar one.
I've had one that's a bit different. What they did was they did put the sardine or whatever that thing is, anchovy on it, and they like seared it with like a fire on top of it.
Fancy. Where'd you get that?
Up north.
Oh yeah,
but
it was the same. It was like with the ensaladilla.
Ensaladilla and the breadstick and stuff. But I'm indifferent about it because another stereotype. I'm not a big fan of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of mayonnaise, but it's good. It's good. I can only have one of them though.
Yeah.
It's very heavy.
Yeah. Which is kind of honestly like, which is kind of nice. You can get like one tapa and you're like, okay, like I was hungry and I needed something, not just like some more chips. So, although I do really like the chips. I really like the ones where you go to a kiosco, for example, on the University Plaza, and they do it best. You ask, it's potato, or like patatas, just like your Lay's potato chips, like the real thin ones. You just throw it on there. They throw a handful of olives and pepper and lemon, and it's just like it's so like ugly and just like these olives are rolling all around, but it's so good. It's just
it's like for me when I tried that the first time, I was like, why are you making my chips soggy?
Yeah, but they're not all soggy, and so it's like it's a texture thing. Like it's weird, but it's so works. Basic and great. Yeah,
and they have a brand of chips. Like I've become a connoisseur of this thing now because whenever we go to bar, I like getting them. A brand of chips with a guy with a bigote.
Oh yeah,
you know that one.
Yeah.
And it's a black bag.
It's called acho.
Acho. That's acho chips. That one.
Yeah, I think do those have black pepper in them?
Think a little bit.
I could be just thinking about that because it's a black bag. But they are gourmet one. He does have like the nice,
nice little beard there. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that's your favorite thing favorite food in Spain? Food in Murcia?
No, that's just like a nice one. Murcia does croquetas really well. There's a lot of different varieties of croquetas, and that's something that is all over Spain, but I see a lot of different kinds in Murcia because like typically you can get the jamon or chicken, but Murcia does bacalao, sepia or cuttlefish, but there's a lot of different kinds. I had one that was chorizo and fried egg.
Oh, that one sounds banging.
Navarros, yeah.
Tony, you'd love that one with the pork.
Yeah. Navarros has like a dozen different kinds.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
All right. And how did you get here, though? We know what's keeping you here, but how did you get here? What was the decision that prompted you coming here, and what was the process like for you to get here?
Well, like I said, I did an exchange in Spain when I was 18. I did it in Leon, and so I always kind of like felt pulled to Spain in some way. And then I went back to the States and I did university and I traveled and I just kept coming back to visit Spain. I lived in Chile for a little bit. I lived in Santiago de Chile. Yeah. And so you're talking about the Copa America, and like the Copa America is so much more fun to watch and this is for somebody who's not like a football fan. I like watching soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. But I don't follow it. It's fun if there's like, okay, this is the team we're rooting for. Great. Let's do it.
On this podcast, it's called football.
That's what it should be. I mean, that's that's fine.
Football.
I like saying football better, but like,
you do?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes.
It's hard getting Americans to say football instead of soccer.
It is. I don't know. I speak Spanish, and it's football in Spanish, and I've got British and non-American friends who speak English who also say football, and it's just like easier.
I appreciate that.
No problem. I got you.
That sounds like music to my ears. When I hear soccer,
soccer is like an acquired taste to call it football.
I feel like soccer is for rich people. Whenever I hear someone say, I play soccer, Soccer. Yeah, I feel like
Funny enough, you're saying it in the British accent. You're saying that like high class thing in the
Soccer.
Yeah, you got to do that hard R. Yeah,
Soccer.
Soccer. Yeah. But yeah.
So Chile.
I lived in Chile for 2 years. Then I was like, well, okay, I'll try living back in the States again, and moved to a different state, different than from where I grew up. And I was there for 3 years, and then I was like, yeah, nah, I got to get out of here. Yeah. And a friend of mine was doing this. It's a teaching assistant program, and she came to Spain, and she was coming to Spain, and she told me, do this too. And so broke up my boyfriend and I came here. Hold on.
Whoa. We're not just gonna glaze over that.
Yeah.
So you decided to move to Spain, and you had a boyfriend at the time, and you just like.
Nah, I knew I needed to break up with him. This was a long time coming, but that was.
But you wanted to escape afterwards, like you.
This is my theory of why I've been single for 5 years. I've been in Spain because every time I break up with somebody, I leave the country, and so I'm like. It's not like a conscious thing, but it is true. I'm like, well, so I like Spain, so I guess I have to stay single.
Stay single. You know what the funny thing is, Daniel? Every time I break up with someone, they leave the country. Yeah. So that means you have up. Do you want to spend the rest of your life in Spain?
I would like
so
to,
that means
to settle in
you want to
Spain.
spend the rest of your life single then?
I don't want to, but that's just the way the universe has come, I think. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you want to. If you don't feel uncomfortable talking about any of this, just let me know.
No, we're good.
What's it like being a woman, an American woman, also like socializing or lack of dating in Spain in context? Because we talk about our experiences all the time.
Yeah.
I think we'd be limiting a lot of people watching this. A lot of the girls or the women watching, they would want to know that.
When you finish with this, I have a question for her.
Yeah. So, what's your experience like dating in Spain, Europe, Murcia? Like,
positive. Overall positive.
Does it have layers?
You know, it's kind of like European football. It's a little bit boring. And dating the Latinos was so much better. Like, I'm just like... No, it's fine. It's like...
but that's not the typical stereotype that we hear, like, tracking back to stereotypes. Like, no. The Latinos are always going to be winning.
We love the Latinos.
A lot of women that come here that I talk to, they come here with the expectation that the Spanish men are going to be extremely handsome, amazing men to go out with. They come here with that expectation.
From where? Where are they coming from with that expectation? All the women you've had on your podcast? Is that...
Yes, I kid you not. A lot of them come with the expectation that they're excited to, get on the apps here, experience something outside of their comfort zone, see what it's like to date a European man versus an American man or
but Spanish
British
papi,
man.
That's Latino. That's like they don't say papi here. Like, not really. That's a very like Latino thing. Gordo, yeah. It's just like okay.
It's a bit different, no?
Yeah, it is. I mean, Spanish. I can't speak really to other European. I've gone on a lot of dates. I've had a lot of first dates, not very many second dates, and fewer third dates. I don't know. They're very nice, which is good. We want nice and respectful for the most part. I never feel unsafe or anything like that, but sometimes I do think they're just a bit boring. And I don't mean like... I just mean like, I think there's a lot, I've gone on a lot of dates with people who just kind of like have a list of what they think they need to do in their life and what they, like I was talking to somebody about traveling and how sometimes people just like approach traveling as like a to-do list, be like, I have to go to this country, this country, this country. They're like, I've been to 50 countries. I'm like, that's great. But they can't really tell you anything about the countries they've been to or anything. And it's not like, it's like they're just collecting these experiences just so that they can say, I have this, but they don't
It's
like.
the stamps.
It's just these stamps. It's just to like point to and be like, look, and I'm like, I said,
No. Don't you dare this Game of Thrones. Don't you dare this Game of Thrones. Don't you dare this Game of Thrones. I enjoy Game of Thrones
yeah,
thoroughly. But so
yeah.
I'm happy you're here to share that, because I know a lot of, auxiliars and Americans are going to be coming here, and that's one question they'll ask. I think Tonil has a question for you as well.
Yeah, I just want to know. Turn the mic so I just want to know.
Do you
like?
want
No, it's fine. Oh yeah.
yeah, maybe this is more comfortable.
Yeah. Bro, better you just squeezy. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
because it's something that I find like very curious in most places outside of Spain. Because here, for example, let me say it like women are allowed or given the yards they need to feel good at the age of 40. You see them in the street still, they go out, they have their friends. It's not like when you get to 40, your life ends, you stay at home, I've seen that in my country, honestly, and I don't think it's something very good.
Well, yeah.
How do you feel like seeing all of that? Like, does it empower you? Does it make you feel more comfortable? Is it something curious for you? Should I stay?
No, yeah, bro.
You can stay.
Let me see if you miss it.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just pass this one. It's more
Yeah.
You can just stay over there.
I'll stay over here with my mic all to myself.
No, I do like it. It's nice. It's like Spanish women live longer, like on average, than almost anywhere else. And part of it, like, it's not because of the diet. I'll tell you that. Like, it's not that, it's.
I think it's a part of it.
It's not though, because they're like, it's because of the social lives. Yeah. Because other places have this similar diet and they don't live as long.
The Mediterranean diet.
Yeah, but also jamon and sandwiches are not the Mediterranean diet. Mediterranean diet is also like Italy and Turkey and like these parts. So yeah.
So you're saying like essentially the social life, the lack of the stress and the pressures that will be coming from other cultures, they don't face those, so that extends their life?
Yeah, I mean, they just have like people from a young age, Spaniards have in general a very rich social life. Like everything is just like in the street, they're always doing this. And I mean, you go to any bar on before 10 a.m. and you see all the ancianos, like the old, I love that word in Spanish too, anciano. It means ancient person, and it's so rude. It's like the respectful way to say it in Spanish, but it's so rude in English. Yeah, that's the polite way to talk to an older person.
Old lady almost attacked me when I called her abuela.
Wait. Yeah. But
I'm like, abuela!
No.
She was so angry.
Senora.
Senora, but like when you're talking about them as a group, it's like ancianos, ancient people, which is just like so rude in English because ancient is like hundreds of years old. But yeah,
that's an insult.
Oh, in English for sure, and I love it. I think it's so funny when I'm supposed to correct my students when they say things like this, and I do, but I'm like, I wish they could just like go off saying this in English, but I won't let them. But no, I mean, like you go to these bars and you see that it's like ancianos, they're just full of them, and they're all chatting and stuff. But like in the States, a lot of old people don't really have friends,
and sometimes they bring their nietos to the bars when they go there. Yeah. It's really the same. Like I find it's really curious here in Spain that when you go on the street you see a lot of old people. Versus, for example, in our countries, you might see old people on the street, but not as much because they don't have much mobility.
Yeah.
They don't have as much mobility, and they don't have, for example, I love seeing in like these homes that they would put the older people in, the ancianos in. They would have parties on Fridays and Saturdays, and music.
Sundays, across the whole play football. You remember?
I remember.
That was hotter than any nightclub. That was hotter than
every Sunday, merengue, bachata, and the ancianos, you're dancing, eh?
All night.
All night. Yeah. All night.
My favorite thing about the older people here is when I go into a cafeteria, and I see them with their newspaper, having a nice little cafe solo and having their little tostada con amon.
Yeah.
For me, that is just like, that is so wholesome.
Yeah, man.
I was like,
Yeah.
I feel it. I was like, I would have lived that long to just enjoy those little things in life.
Do you know, you guys were here during COVID, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember that the peluqueria stayed open?
They did?
Yeah. Like they didn't like stay open, but they opened, and this was for the ancianos, like for the ancianas, like because there was like the only. This is what I've heard anyway, but I believe it. Like one, they couldn't. A lot of them, like a lot of abuelas, ancianas, señoras, go to the peluqueria. They go to the hairstylist like regularly to get their hair like combed and done because they can't really do it themselves, but also it's a social thing, and so it was to like let them. Yeah. So
and I've seen they dress really well. They're
everybody.
Always,
Spaniards have a pretty good sense of style
always
in general.
well kept. You never see them. The old men. Well ironed shirt, well ironed,
creased on their pants,
creased on, clean shoes, their glasses, and they're walking with their paper.
But it's not just old. It's not just like old people is the thing. Like you said, like people they bring their nietos, they bring their grandchildren, and it's like. I don't want children, but if I were to have them, Spain would be the place to have them. Like the way that the society in general treats kids, and just like there's playgrounds, and then there's like a bar and a cafe right there next to it, so that because you see this too, it's like really isolating in the United States and places like when you start having kids, it's like well, no, everything has to center around your kid, but then it's not. It's like you have to choose either. Be a parent or socialize with people, and it's like why don't parents get to socialize as well?
I have a follow up for that. Like that's a great culture now, but how do you feel about when someone's like 30, 35 and still living at home with their parents, which is like a common trait here?
Yeah, it's hard. That's hard to date.
That's hard to date.
That is hard to date. It's true, but it's like a different attitude, isn't it? Like if everybody's living with their parents and that's how it's always been, I think. Culture. Yeah, and I mean they're just so close to their mamas. Like here,
I think honestly, I like when like being back home and being of the mind of back home, and honestly, when you get to 18, 19, you want to move out of your parent house. Why? Because you want your freedom. You need to be your own man. You need to start to like build your own life. Yeah. But the thing is, because Spain is so Spanish oriented, they will say to their kids, I will help you until 35 until you have a firm foundation to leave home. You're not leaving home so that in 5-10 years, you're crying to come back when the bills hold you, when your responsibilities hold you.
In debt.
You leave your home at a good age at the right time to go and face the world.
But I don't think 35 is a good age, bro.
35 is not necessarily the best age, but usually that's when Spanish people decide that they want to go outside now. They start to have kids. They might start to have a serious relationship.
35 is too old, bro.
For us, it is too
I
old.
would say maximum 25. The brain is out. Move out.
So ask you.
The brain is fully developed. You graduated university a few years ago. You've had enough time to start a job, to start saving some money. You haven't been paying rent. I know here the rental situation is a bit tough, especially to get your first apartment rented. It costs like a few grand just to move into an apartment, which is tough. But at 25, you should at least be in that level. I'm not saying everyone will have it, but at least on the median,
Yeah. So let me ask you guys, because I moved out of home when I was 22, going to 23, almost 23. Yeah. I'd like to know what part of moving out of your house was one of the most difficult parts. I'll tell you mine. So mine was socially when I came here to Spain, because I moved straight from Jamaica, boom, into a different country, into a different language, into a different people, everything.
Yeah.
So I had to basically start from new. It's very hard going to a new country where you don't exactly speak the language that well, because I spoke a bit of Spanish before I came here, but you never know until you actually come to the country and you have to speak it and you have to live it. So the social aspect was the hardest part. Missing my friends back home, honestly, not having as much friends here. People here were different. I used to live in Madrid, so people are a bit like cold. They're a bit away. It's not like here in Murcia.
Metropolitan.
So I'd like to know, guys, do you think that you actually move out of home at a stage in your life where you actually could manage yourself? Or did you do it by chance? Or did you actually want to move out the age you moved out?
I mean, when I was 18, I moved to Spain. I did an exchange, but I stayed with the host family. And so there was a lot of independence in that, but I was still with a family and, still had a curfew and things like that. And I had like host sisters. And so it was on the one hand, like, oh my God, I'm thousands of miles away from my family. And this was in 2006. So like Skype was kind of a thing, but I needed a calling card. It was
Blackberry.
No,
Blackberry.
No smartphones.
Oh,
No, it was
wow.
like email. Facebook
Wow.
had just started.
MSN,
Yeah. So it wasn't super easy to like, I couldn't text my family or anything like that. And so in some ways I was like super independent, but then I was still with the host family. And so it was a nice little way to kind of like ease into it. And then I went to university, and I'm living away, but also going back for holidays and, summer and stuff. And so like that. And then, but I think the hardest part, I guess, I'm not sure really, like socially probably, I guess, but I'm really lucky. I have a great family and a great support system that like, I know that they will always like welcome me back. It's not like, okay, yeah, sure, I guess you can come back until you get back on your feet. And so when you have a safety net like that, you can take more risks. And so I know I'm really, really lucky to have that. And so it's never really been, it's always just been kind of like something exciting for me. And I think I also have really supportive parents who like are like, yeah, we want you to be happy. We want you to be independent. That's our job as parents, is to raise you to be independent and go out in the world. But if you need something, you can still come back. And I think, yeah.
So if you tell mommy tomorrow, mommy, I bought my toe, can I come back home? What would she say to you?
So I was talking to my mom last night, actually, and I was just like, I don't know, like what I'm doing for the rest of the summer and all this. And she's like, just come home. Wow. She's like, come home. She's like, stay here. Because I'm doing a master program and it doesn't start until November. Okay. And so she's like, come home.
Go
so
home, eat some nice food, see your family.
Yeah. So I bought a ticket yesterday.
Wow. You got that. Hallelujah.
I bought it this morning,
Hallelujah.
but yeah. So
Somebody's
I'm going
home.
So I am going home. Yeah.
Oh,
So I am going home because my mom was like, just come home.
Yeah,
She's
that's
like,
nice.
it was FaceTime. She jumps on the computer and she's like, okay, there's a flight here. Would this date work for you? Like, is this what you want? Like,
Hallelujah.
yeah. And I'm bringing my cat.
Taking your cat this time?
Yeah.
So no more pet sitters this week.
No.
What's the name of your cat?
Poppy seed.
Poppy seed.
Poppy seed.
Poppy seed.
Puppy seed. Yeah,
Poppy or
puppy. Well,
Oh.
puppy sometimes, but no, puppy seed. I always name cats that I find on the street or my own cats, whatever, after breakfast foods. So it's like poppy seed muffin.
I have a cat as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's a neighbor's cat, but I named him
What's its name?
Brownie.
Yeah.
Brownie.
Foods make good names for pets.
I didn't even, I thought of the color because
It was a color, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the cat is orange.
As orange as Garfield.
I call him Brownie though.
Yeah.
Brownie. For me, it went back to Tonil's question. I think I moved out of my house mentally first at like 16. Like I was like, my mind was not there. I was there physically, but my mind was always elsewhere. The most difficult part of moving out for me was getting the money to move out. the money and the finances in order to move out. And I would say coming to Spain prompted that for me. I finished university. Then I worked for like 1 year. I worked, and since I was at home, I literally saved every penny.
Every dime.
Every penny, and just moved there. And plus I got like some assistance as well to move here. So yeah, that was the most difficult. But integrating here, I don't have trouble making friends.
Me either. But like where I was before, when you're in a big city, everybody's in a rush. Everybody's in their own.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to hear what you're saying. Nobody's really trying to make a connection. Everybody's just in their own.
That's
so I think I came to the wrong place first.
No, I when I was living in Barcelona, I struggled a bit more to make friends. In the sense that being friends with people, it's expensive. Being friends,
especially in Spain, because they don't like invite you to their house. It's they don't invite you to their house in Spain. Like I mean, they do, but it's not like in the United States and where it's like house parties aren't really a thing here.
No.
We have house parties because it's cheaper. Like, sure, it's not expensive to like go and have a caña, but if you're doing that like regularly, it adds up. And if you're just a broke student or like,
exactly,
you know, it's hard.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for sure, friends are expensive.
In the bigger
you have to go to
cities.
their birthday parties.
Jesus
and,
Christ.
You know, like.
Yo, let me talk about this for 10 seconds. Like, as you say, birthday second.
Because it seems like he has a lot to get off his chest.
Yes, because look at this now. Now that, you know, I've socialized and I've made up some friends here down in Murcia. Friends are expensive, my friend, as you're saying. My friend, imagine if you have 10 friends.
You have to budget.
You have to budget because last year, I stopped and I calculated how many gifts I bought for friends. Because, you know, we do something here, and I don't know if it's a Spanish thing, but when I came to Spain, I started doing it. So if a friend has a birthday and we're a group of 15, the other 14 would come together and we say, okay, we're getting Davane a gift. We try to find out what Davane likes, or we think about what Davane needs. And each of us will put like 10 euros each. So that's 150 euros. No, 140 to buy him a gift, right? You have a friend that's born January. One again in March. 2 in April.
No.
One in August.
April is my most expensive month. I had like 4 or 5 in April.
Dog.
Plus bando.
Jesus.
Dog.
And it's vacation region as well.
As I say, you have so many friends and then you have to give all of them. You have to show your love. You have to give them their roses while they're here. Because without that, they wouldn't be friends. But it's expensive to have friends, Davine.
The activities.
I recommend that you learn a handicraft because it's much cheaper if you can like bake them cookies or give them earrings or something like that.
Because cakes.
I want to start singing for them.
They do not bake their own birthday cakes here.
Huh?
That's not a thing in Spain. In the United States, it's like my mom always made the cake. Everybody's moms make their cake or grandma or something. But here you go to the store.
I'm the
It's
cake
like,
baker.
Yeah, good. And I mean that, but it goes a long way. The gesture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Homemade cookies, things like that. Yeah.
It's like you appreciate me so much that you would put your blood, sweat, and tears into a craft, or put your foot.
Depends on if I'm making it for my enemies.
I just think it's so beautiful when friends make friends' birthday cakes.
Yeah.
You made the effort to make me a cake. You know, I know that you put in hard work. So when I taste the cake, I know that this is Davine's hard work.
I never made Tonila cake, by the way.
The reason being, I'm a bit complicated. I'm a pescatarian.
So you want me to put some fish oil in it?
So a little bit sardine
fish
oil.
Instead of butter. Fish oil.
But yeah. So I try to stay away from milk and like dairy products and such. But yeah, vegan cakes, for example. Let's see if Davine will learn how to make a vegan cake.
She can make them.
You do.
Birthday?
The 28th of December.
I have time to perfect it. All right. You know, Tony, you know I'm anti-vegan.
We know this. It's no secret.
It's like I respect the choice and the decision that you've made to be vegan.
I'm not vegan, Davine.
And pescatarian and stuff like that.
You're anti-pescatarian?
No.
Oh, you're anti-vegan, not anti-pescatarian. Well, good for me.
No, I've cancelled now. You know that, right? Vegans are the worst people to piss off.
Well.
She doesn't want to say anything.
Maggie's like, I'm staying out of this one. No, but I find it hard to go out of my way. I would do it for you because I know you've made your choice. Not, you know,
Thank you.
I'll do it for you, bro.
Thank you.
Mainly because I know your choice is not, you don't push it in my face all the time.
No.
You don't take every opportunity to say, oh, I don't eat eggs, I don't eat meat. You told me once, and you know I remember it, right?
That's
you
it.
You don't have to tell me all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my issue with it, and I like my steak. I like my chicken. I like meat.
All I have to say is, if you're a vegan, let it not be for style. Let it not be only for a trend. Do it for you. Do it for the well-being of you, because veganism It's actually a good way to live your life, I would say.
Oh, no, it's a healthy way.
You know, it's really healthy.
If you manage it well.
Boost your
If you
mentality.
manage it well. If you manage it well,
you know?
and not just like, oh, I'm vegan, I'm just going to stop eating meat and then don't get any protein and do it carelessly, you know?
Yeah.
I'm all for a healthy diet. My healthy diet includes meat.
We see you, Davin. We see you.
This is the debate we have all the time. But, all right, Maggie, we're at the 1 hour mark. Seeing as though you're a trivia host, I do have a lot more questions for you, though. But we'll save that for the next time for you to come back on the podcast. But now, we have a trivia for you. You're going to go up against our reigning champion. Reigning champion, Tonil.
Okay.
In a quiz. It's called the 5-second game. So essentially,
explain to her what's the 5-second game.
You'll have 5 seconds to answer a question. Each question will have 3 answers that you should say. For example, if I ask you what are the first 3 letters in the alphabet, you have 5 seconds to say A, B, C.
Or CBD.
Do we have to share a microphone when we do this? Or?
I don't know, but
I'm
not.
Race? Are we going against?
No,
You wanted the mic?
No, I can use this one. It's not a race because you go first and then he goes.
Okay,
So it's
perfect.
One goes. I'll let you two decide who goes first.
You go first.
Ooh.
So 1, 2, 3, and then shoot.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. So you go first.
Okay.
All right, Davin.
Ready?
What is the first question for Maggie?
Who's going?
So
Maggie's.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it.
Maggie, first question for you. No, I got it. I'll check that. What are the names of Donald Duck's 3 nephews?
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
1-0.
Yeah.
And I forgot to say, the loser has to do a dare of the winner's choice.
Oh, I hate making up dares.
A dare.
I'm so bad at it.
You have at least 30
no,
seconds.
but if I win, I get I don't like doing dares.
Try not to win then.
Oh.
Try not to win then. Okay, Tony, you get the Harry Potter question.
My God, let's see.
Name 3 Weasley children from Harry Potter.
Harold,
Oh my God.
Ron, and
Disgusting.
the twins.
Harry wasn't even. What is this?
Is Ron Weasley?
Yeah.
Isn't it Harry or Harold?
Harry Potter.
No, Harry Potter. But like, isn't it Harold?
No.
Who is it? Ron Weasley?
It's Bill, Charlie, Percy, Fred, George, Ron, and Jenny. Those are the children.
Those are the Weasley children, Tony.
Yeah. That's my question.
I'm gonna help him out a bit.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. In English, there are 3 countries whose names begin with the letter J. Name them.
Oh, Jamaica, Jordan, and shit.
Time.
Yeah.
Well, you got 2. You got Jamaica, so you should get a bonus for that.
What do you mean? What was the question?
There's 3 countries that start with the letter J. It's
in English.
yeah. Japan.
That was the third one.
Yeah.
That was the third one.
Yeah.
Okay, Tony. Another Harry Potter question for you.
No. Cut this Harry Potter bullshit
Bro,
right
if
now.
you don't...
I wanted to go first. I wanted to go second. I
Yeah.
wanted you to go first, and it would have been the other way around.
Yeah.
But
You didn't let her go first. This one's... If he gets this one wrong, Maggie, you should literally throw him through the window. Like literally just throw him through the window.
Let's see.
Okay. Tonil, in 5 seconds, name 3 of the 4 houses in Hogwarts.
Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, Slytherin.
Thank God to that.
What was the last one?
just stop.
You got 3, bro. You got 3.
No, what was the last one? I don't remember.
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. Yeah.
These are very easy questions.
I know.
These are
This is general.
Okay, so your third question, Maggie, you have 1 point. Tonil has 1 point. 1 question left to go for each. Okay? Maggie, name 3 Greek gods or goddesses.
Zeus, Hera, and Aphrodite.
Ding, ding, ding. Hera was Zeus's wife.
I think so, something like that.
Yeah. Hera was Zeus's wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
No Harry Potter.
No, I'm not gonna give you a Harry Potter.
It was a Harry Potter?
No, I'm not giving you a Harry Potter. I'm gonna give you an easy one again.
No.
All been easy.
They've all been easy. Yeah, they've all been easy, David.
What's the score?
1-1.
1-1.
I have two.
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
And this is your last question.
Let's see.
This is your last question.
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna give you the easiest one of all these questions. Okay. So Neil, in 5 seconds, name 3 nocturnal animals.
Owl, 40 leg, and scorpion.
What the fuck?
A owl, a 40 leg, a centipede, and a scorpion.
Are those nocturnal?
Yes.
No.
Well, the scorpion for sure and the owl. The centipede. Look up the centipede. I'm saying this about the centipede because I would usually see them at night, and when I turn the lights on, they have this like mechanism where they start to move their body when they see the light.
Centipedes are nocturnal creatures.
Okay. This is from experience. It's not from actually knowing this thing. Trust me, centipedes are the worst.
Scorpions are largely nocturnal.
Okay, well, that is it. We have a tie.
You want to be a tie?
Yes, tie. I'm happy with a tie.
Okay, that means you both have to do a dare.
I don't want to think of it.
Everyone's gonna be like, "What's the dare gonna be?"
I don't know. I don't mind.
This is really why. This is really why I hate truth and dare, because I could never like think of a good dare, and or a good truth question. I don't like these games.
We have a box.
Okay.
We have a
Magic
box.
Okay.
So
we
you
do
can
this.
pick one.
Okay.
Let's show them the magic box of their dares.
The magic box. All right.
So
can
close
pick.
your eyes, choose one.
Okay. What did you pick?
Okay. Is this for me or for him?
That's for you.
So act out a scene from your favorite movie.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, improv. Let's
What's
see.
your favorite movie?
Harry Potter.
No, I like the books. I don't really like the movies.
Yeah?
I've seen them like once, like maybe some of them twice, but my favorite movie is The Princess Bride.
Wait, what's her name again?
Princess Buttercup?
The Princess Bride, not Princess Buttercup.
Her name is Princess Buttercup.
No, her real name, Anne Hathaway. That's one.
No, that's Princess Diaries.
Ah,
Princess Bride is from 1986. Yeah,
Do
it's
I
an
know that
older
one?
one.
Same theme.
No, it's like a fantasy kind of, but it's like an adventure, fun. I don't know. It's
Oh,
fun.
okay. I'll check.
I'll show you. I'll act out my scene. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, let me think.
One.
Oh, it's got Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal.
You don't know
Does
Billy
register.
Crystal?
Does register.
Oh,
Does
okay.
register.
Okay.
For the fans of this movie, they will know the movie.
Neil will know this.
Neil, yeah.
Okay, let me think about it. There's just so many good scenes here.
Pick your choice.
Yeah.
All of them nice.
Okay, can I think on it and you take your dare?
Yeah, do
Sure.
your
Yeah?
dare. Do your
Okay.
dare. Do your dare.
I hope I don't have to eat mayonnaise. This motherfucker. I had to, what was it? Soy sauce? I had to drink soy sauce. I lost a bet one day. That was the worst. Oof. Let me see.
Oh, so you got one. He has to make up a song with that word.
Bucklots.
He has to sing a song with that word in it. So now that do you need more time? While we're waiting, please guys like, share, and subscribe. And Maggie, you want to shout out your Instagram page, Murcia Secreto?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's Murcia Secreto. Murcia _Secreto.
We'll have it
you
on
can
screen.
You can just search it, Murcia Secreto. It's just a ridiculous. It's a ridiculous Instagram in Spanish, but it's fun.
Oh,
Ridiculous
it's
fun. Ridiculous.
I like your page.
Yeah, I like it too.
Your page is very. I see a lot of stuff on your page and I laugh.
Yeah,
And I like
that's
when
good, yeah.
I like when you share like your personal experiences. That's why I asked the dating question as well. It wasn't like I planned it. I normally see you posting some of your experiences of it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tony, you should start posting your experiences.
I should. I should.
We're really bad with the social media game.
Yeah, we really need to improve with the social media. So, Heaven. Should I sing a song with Heaven or should I make a song?
No, you make a song.
Jesus, God, David. You want me to turn in a song
I don't
right
want you
right
singing
now?
any Keisha Cole in here, bro.
I was about to sing the Keisha Cole. Sing from heaven.
I don't want any Keisha Cole in here, bro.
Ah, my God.
Keisha Cole, big up yourself.
Okay, I'll act out my scene while you're thinking about
She
your.
can't wait.
No. Just
Do you
do
need
it.
any help?
It's
Do you
not
need
even.
any
It's
help?
not even like. No, it's a sword scene, and it's Inigo Montoya, and so it's just like.
I mean, Inigo Montoya
Yeah.
from Zorro.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Get away from me. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. What? Promise me money.
Is it a comedy scene?
Yeah. It's a drama comedy scene. It's like. He's promise me money. Yes, all that you want and more. Promise me everything that I want. Everything you want and more. You killed I want my father back, you son of a bitch.
Encore.
That's you should put a spoiler tag though, because that's like the end of the movie. So
The movie's been out since when?
1986.
They should have watched it by now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you spoiled it for me.
No, I didn't. It's now you just have to watch it and see how good I was. Okay. You're like, it's identical. It's exactly the same.
Maybe we can get the video of the scene and you next to it on screen.
I mean, yeah, do it.
See how it goes.
Oh, you got your song?
No.
Tony, come on. He's been writing a song since January.
Yeah.
So this might take a few months. just a few lines. Just a rhyme, just some bars.
But the thing is, we don't have no bars with this thing. All right, I'm going to sing a song. Yeah, give me a beat. Youths. Nah, can you give me some dub poet style, brother? Give me a... Give me a...
What kind of dope poet style, bro?
A dub poet style, that, brother?
I'm not a musician. I'm giving...
It's all like some
Maggie,
Muta
you wanna
Bruka
give
thing,
me
I give,
more?
brother. No, Davian, do better.
Sing a song,
Do
man.
better, Davian.
You beat your own beat. Beat your own drum.
Let me try this. Oh, shit.
Jesus. Don't hear.
Don't
Yo, me done.
You know what? Maggie's a
Me give
champion.
up. Maggie's the champion today.
Maggie's the champion.
She's a worthy victor,
Maggie's a champion.
and she's a worthy guest. It was great
we
facing
didn't do
you.
a moral dilemma.
No, and we didn't do the tunes.
Yeah.
Maggie, I'd like for you to add a song for us to our playlist.
Okay.
What's your song of the week? And do you know the story behind the song? Or could you give us a song that you like in particular that has a story behind it? Or how does it make you feel? Or when do you play this song?
Yeah.
Or this song reminds you of something or someone or some experience? Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I was just thinking of Carol G. La Provenza, and which I mean, no, but that's
I don't know who Carol G is.
Really?
I don't know who Carol G is.
Reggaeton. Yeah.
Who's Becky G?
Yeah, just reggaeton. No, it's not even it's just I played that. I went to Ireland a couple years ago as a chaperone with these teens, and I was obsessed with the song at the time, and I brought my Bluetooth speaker. That's the best thing to do with teens, because I was like, okay, I will play any song you want, but it has to be from my phone, and you hold the speaker. And so we're like walking down the place, but it's an electronic leash. If they go too far away, the music stops playing. And so they're just like staying, within a few meters of me. But I just played La Provenza all the time. And now I just think of that, because it was a really sweet time. Murciano teens, like they're just... That's another thing I like about Murcianos. They've got a really good sense of humor. Like, they're just funny. And so when I hear that song now, I just think of like the 2 weeks I spent in Ireland there. But it's just a really fun song. So La Provenza. Provenza by Carol G.
By Carol G. Check it out in
Spotify. Intonils Tunes.
So you. Oh, one last question. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate your overall experience as an auxiliary in Spain as a regular person living in Spain.
As an auxiliar in Spain, I'm going to give it an 8.5. I've had really positive experiences overall. I think the organization kind of sucks, but I've had positive experiences. I also know that my experiences are not the norm, though, for the ministry program anyway. And overall in Spain, yeah, I'm going to stick with 8.5 as well. Bureaucracy is a nightmare, but beyond that, I mean, I feel safe here. I don't think it's a really prohibitively expensive country. I like the people. I like the food. It's pretty easy to get around. Yeah, so 8.5 for both of those.
Nice. All right, then Maggie, guess what you get to do now?
Oh, God.
You get to leave the people with a word of wisdom.
A what?
A word of wisdom.
Word of wisdom.
Yeah, one advice that you'd like to give the audience. Could be something about moving to Spain, your life, or something that you felt have just gotten you through probably your hardest days and for you to keep going.
So something my aunt told me, and it's so basic when you think about it, but it's just like everything in life is a trade-off. Everything in life. So you're wearing the red shirt or you're wearing the blue shirt, so you can't wear the red shirt. Okay. That, as basic as that. But it's like, you can't, it's really talking about FOMO, fear of missing out. Like, you move to Spain, that means you can't stay in the United States, or you can't stay in Jamaica, or, like I'm having so many positive experiences here, but I have nieces and I'm missing out on seeing them grow up. And, so it's just like, everything is a trade-off. And when you kind of just remind yourself that, from as simple as like what you're wearing in the morning to bigger decisions, it just kind of, for me, it helps ground me and just remind me. So
every decision you make, that's nice. Every decision you make means that you're missing out.
It's like a reality check. It's like a reality check, that one.
Yeah. You know what? That's a wholesome one.
Yeah.
And big ups to your aunt. Aunt.
And big ups to your earrings. I forgot to mention them. They're so. Let's show it to them. These are marineras, guys. From Murcia, only from Murcia. And thank you guys. I hope you guys liked and subscribed. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for tuning in. We love you. We know that you love us, so.
We love some of you.
Yeah, man. Dog. And that's it for today's episode.
Big up yourself.
This is what we do when we leave, Maggie. We say, we out.
Come on.
See you guys later. Again. Okay. We out. Yardman Podcast are the one. The Yardman Podcast. Tell you about the Yardman Podcast. The Yardman Podcast. Tell you about the Yardman Podcast. The Yardman Podcast. Tell you about the Yardman Podcast. The Yardman Podcast. Tell you about the Yardman Podcast.
Subscribe now. We out.